Hey girl, so in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how I get the most perfect base ever. So one of the most important steps is skin prep, making sure that your skin is prepped as best as you can. Moisturized, do what you have to do depending on your skin type. Me, I have combination skin, so that's why I look a little moisturized before the video, and then as my first step in priming, you see me use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. For me, next I'm going to go in with my concealers. I use two different concealers. One that is a shade that is lighter than my skin tone, but it's a little more warm, and then I use another shade that's a little more neutral because I'm not too warm, but I'm not also too cool. I'm kind of like in the middle, and playing with those two shades, I found that I like the way that this looks on my face. So while my concealer is setting, I go ahead and use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I put that on the outer rim of my face. My face is like the shape of, it's in between round and oval. Yeah, so really learning your face shape and where to put the concealer and your placements of everything is very key also to making this look come out the best that it can. As you can see, I skipped what I do for my eyebrows, but if you guys want a video on that, I can do that as well. But now I'm going to blend my concealer. This is the Morphe, I think, 173 brush. It's really popular. A lot of girls use it. It's cute. It's nice. And I like it. It's precise and it keeps the concealer exactly where I want it to stay. So I really enjoy this brush. But as you can see, I blend it out. Not too far. I like to keep the product mostly right up under my eye and then a little bit past my eye and stop kind of like at my brow, and then blend out the rest using whatever is left on that foundation brush just to have a better blend of my products. You know what I mean? But I like to keep my concealer under my eyes really kind of bright just to give me that nice youthful look, because I think that kind of makeup looks best on me. Now I go in with my setting process. I use the Easy Bake and Snatch by Huda Beauty, and I think this is in the color Cinnamon, and I go in and I make sure to really press that into my under eye. As soon as I'm done blending my concealers, I go in with the powder puff and I really press this into my eye just so that we can eliminate as much creasing as possible. Also, right after I do that, I use the Huda Beauty loose powder in I think it's the deepest yellow shade. I'm not sure of the name, but I go ahead and put that under my eyes and then I let it bake for a little bit, because the longer I let it sit, the less likely that my under eyes are going to crease. Now here I am using the Fenty Beauty powder foundation just to set everything on the rest of my face. So set my foundation and blend everything together just so that everything looks seamless and nice, but I'm still keeping that Huda Beauty loose powder under my eyes, because like I said, the longer I let that set, the more flawless results that I get. Now I'm going in with the Fenty Matchstick in the darkest one. I think it's Espresso, and I carve out my eyebrows, and then I bring it around to the ends of my eyes to make it like a cat eye kind of look. But yeah, I carve out my nose, and then you're gonna see me go in, with this Real Techniques brush, and I carve out the sides of my forehead. I think carving it out, putting most of the product kind of on the outer skirts of my eyebrow, if you know what I mean. just to give me that more slim look. And yeah, I just carve it out. Even though it's kind of like criminal to put cream over powder, but in the end, makeup really doesn't have any rules. So do whatever works for you. This works for me, and this gives me like a really flawless base. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and that's that. And then if I mess up, or if I just feel like I want to blend it out more, I switch and alternate between that powder foundation brush just to give it a more seamless look. That's what we're going for. We're going for real seamless, real filter like soft glam. And yeah, every time I wear this look out, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I love your makeup. And as a girl, as a woman, that is like the best compliment, because this has taken years to master. It takes a long time to master your face, okay? But practice makes perfect. Then I like to go in with the Patrick Ta blush. I think this is Oh She's So Different, I think. And I put that right above where I put my bronzer at, just because I like the look of the bronzer and the blush meshing together. I like that look. And then now it's time for me to blend the under eye part. So I just go ahead and tap that in just to give me more coverage under there so that it is as flawless as possible. Now, after all that powder, it's time to set. My first setting spray that I go in with is the Morphe setting spray, but we're not done yet, honey. I'll go in with 2 more setting sprays after this. My next setting spray is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And as you can see here, I did my lip off camera and I did my mascara off camera. Because, yeah, this is a base routine. We're focusing on the base. And as you can see, I just emphasize my beauty marks more because I just like the look of how that looks. And I do that. But now, after all the spray has settled, I go in with my blush and I touch up the blush again, as well as I touch up the bronzer. And the powder bronzer that I'm using, I think, is from Juvia's Place. Yes, and I touch that up. To have a more flawless, more seamless look, you first more than likely want to go in with all your cream products and then set your cream products with powder products. Like I said, sometimes I go by how it should be, and then sometimes, I break the rules a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, in the end, everything that I do is going to be set by powder, because why? I want this base to be flawless and I want it to be long lasting. So again, you see me going in with a second time of setting it with Morphe, just to melt those powders in and to not make it look as cakey. And now we're about to go in with our last setting spray, which is the One Size. And if you have used this, then you know. One Size setting spray is that girl, okay? She's going to keep that makeup on all day, non-transferable, okay? After that final set, I just like to go in and press that powder, and then, honey, we are done. The face is flawless. She's beat, and that is how I do my basic soft glam.